liquid perfection, as always. Oh, hello. Didn't see you come in. Welcome. You're probably wondering, why am I in this bathrobe? Well, you clicked on this video. You must obviously know for yourself what you've just gotten yourself into. And that's why you're not clicking away. And that's why you want to see what CarToonZ here has to offer for you. Well, let me tell you. Why don't you come a little closer? That's it. A little more. Just so that we can get nice and comfortable. Are you comfortable? You look marvelous, whoever you are. Guy or girl, I go both ways. Even if there are those who wish to switch between, I'm all for that. Progression and whatnot. So, how's it about you and I have a little fun? That sounds pretty good, I bet. Well, here's what you and I are going to do. You and I are gonna review a shitty movie together. Let's do this.
I'm a man with a plan.
What's good, my amigos? CarToonZ here, your Edgetola of reviews, and Sharola is in the house. Roadside Romeo. Every Valentine's Day, or Single Awareness Day for those out there that has come and gone, Toon has wanted to review this movie. Poor Toonie. He's always wanted to do this movie, but every single year he chickens out and he just finds something else to do. He puts this movie off. Well, not today. I am going to be doing this movie because, well, for one thing, I think it deserves the good roasting that its obscurity has not seemed to deliver it. Roadside Romeo was made in 2008. It's from Bollywood. It's from India, Hindi. Group it all together because I don't really care about this movie. And it was distributed by Disney. Now, you would think, since Disney decides to put their name on the distribution, that means this movie would get marketing all over the place and everybody would love it. There is no advertising for this movie. I have not seen anything for this movie in that year or anywhere else. I've only seen it maybe on YouTube because I know all you Animash people love this movie. Really? Did you actually watch the movie? Did you actually bother to look at the story of it? Because it's pretty bad. And not just pretty bad, but really, really bad. So, figures it's left to me to take apart this movie. So where do I start? Well, the story is fairly cliched. Filled with a lot of tropes. It has Roadside Romeo. Why is it called Roadside? Because he's on the side of the road? I don't know. He's this rich dog and his owners move away, and so he's kicked out and left onto the streets to fend for himself. So his smooth talking gets him into a hair-cutting, fur-cutting business with a bunch of street dogs, and he falls in love with like this crime lord's pet something love interest, and that causes all sorts of chaos because like, oh, I know you're not stepping on my girl, like all that stuff. Yeah, the story is, it's a love story and it's a musical. Oh boy, because we don't have enough of those, do we? No, because usually the really bad animated movies are left with a really bad soundtrack. So I'm gonna save that for something else. Let's actually dig into this. There is one very big glaring problem with this movie, and you may not see it up until maybe about the first 5-10 minutes of the movie. The dubbing for this movie is absolutely horrendous, in that there's barely any dubbing for it at all. Now, this is a foreign movie, so, you know, they have their language over there. Cool. You're bringing it over to America. Disney, if you're distributing this, maybe you have a little bit of hand in the dubbing department? No, of course you don't, because maybe about a third of this movie is actually in English. And it's not even like funny dubbing or anything. I can't make fun of this. This is just, you can see, I probably don't have many images of this movie. There's not much for me to even talk about. Like look at this here. Like, I had to get a bootleg copy of this just to even like properly review it, because Lord knows I can't find it online, and I can't even find an actual case for this, so I'm gonna get back to you later. But anyway, the story for this is, no, the dubbing. Let me get back to the dubbing. I'll save the story for later. No, the dubbing. The dubbing is so bad. Like, the voices don't even match up really with the characters, and it doesn't fit well with the animation either. Like, again, this movie is practically a third in English. Now, normally this means, oh, so we're gonna get subtitles, right? Right, no, there are no subtitles. Have fun understanding what the heck's going on, because I sure barely didn't. I had to go to Wikipedia to, like, figure out all this stuff. Yes, Wikipedia, saving lives, good for you, Wikipedia. A lot of idiots, you know, cite you and they get bad grades, so don't do that, that's bad. You're gonna get caught. Don't stay in school and don't do drugs and all that good stuff. Good, I got that part out of the way. But anyways, the dubbing in this movie is absolutely horrendous. And you could have at least put subtitles. You could have at least maybe include the audience in what's going on. The songs are practically, you know, all the way in their language. There's little English. And the time that English pops up, you're just like, oh, we're going to England? No, okay, guess we're not. Whatever, but yeah, the dubbing is easily the biggest problem with this movie. So how about I talk about the little lesser known parts that, you know, really don't fit? The second biggest problem I have with this movie is Romeo himself. He's one smooth, fly dog. Ooh, look at me. I'm all cool and stuff. Look at me, I got charm, I got swag. First off, buddy, get in line. If there's anyone that's got swag and charm around here, it's me. But for realsies, this dude is so unbelievably perfect. There's nothing wrong with him. He's cool. He knows what to do. There's no problems. There may be points where he's backed up into a corner. Oh, I'm miserable. I don't know what to do. But I'm perfect, which means I'll totally get laid tonight. Sure, you know, that may work in some bootleg Disney movies, but not here. This dude is so unbelievably perfect and Mary Sue that I would look at Mary Sue and Lightning Bliss as if they had a dog kid, and here it is. And he is so not cool. Roadside Romeo, more like Roadside Lameo. Haha, see, I put the title of the thing in here. Aren't I clever? No, I'm not. Anyways. Romeo is just so boring as a character, and don't get me started on, oh god, see, I can barely remember their names. What was it, Lila, Layla, and Charliana, and the rest of the comedic relief dogs? Like, who cares? No one cares. They get, like, little to no development, except maybe Charliana, but that's about it, and it's a love story. You know exactly what's going to happen. You have the perfect lead and the perfect girl, and they fall for each other. Oh god, I can see why Toon didn't want to review this movie. This movie is so boring. It's just bad. There's nothing I can really make fun of with this, but I'm trying, because I'm not gonna let my fans down. If I were to give this movie some credit, because I'll be honest, as bad as this movie is, there are one or two funny points that I can at least laugh at, mostly because of how bad it is, but the soundtrack, you know, it's not that bad. I mean, Roadside Romeo, the main song is, oh no, Main Hoon Romeo, I apologize. That's okay, and then you got, what was it, So Right, that's okay, and Chuli Na, that's okay. The soundtrack is okay. It's nothing spectacular. It's just okay. By the way, Romeo, are you ever gonna make up your mind? Are you gonna be on 4 legs, or are you gonna be on 2 legs? Like, make up your mind here. Furry artists are over here just like, oh god, what am I gonna do? Is he 2 legs? Is he 4 legs? What am I gonna do? Oh jeez, this movie had furry bait like written all over. I'm surprised this didn't have warning, may contain furry bait and turn your kid into a furry. You know, statistically, someone out there has this as their favorite movie. Well, statistically, sir, madam, you're a fucking loser. Do you honestly expect me to defend this piece of shit? No, absolutely not. This movie is bad. I can make fun of it, but I'm only ever gonna watch it once, and then it'll get swept under the rug. Toon, I understand now why you didn't want to review this. The pacing for this movie is bad in that it does not seem to know where it wants to go with the story, and when it does finally pick up the pacing, it goes after trope after trope after trope. There is no originality in this. The music parts of this are lame. The characters are lame. The story is lame. I would rather watch one of like the bootleg like animated movies like The Great Panda Fight or something. This this actually feels like a bootleg movie. But even the bootleg movies are looking at this just like, oh, hell no, I'm not touching that. I'm not that stupid. No, this movie is so unbelievably boring that half the time I thought, you know what, the Animash community at least made this interesting with their own kinds of music, but when you have to go to the fucking Animash community, which by the way, there's some cool people in there, if you have to go there just to get some enjoyment out of this piece of shit movie that Disney distributed, that didn't bother to actually finish dubbing the rest of it, that didn't bother to actually proof check this piece of shit, that people went out there, threw the script and just like, hey, this seems like a good idea. Trees were lost because of this. Brain cells were lost because of this. So much bullshit was poured into this fucking CD, DVD, whatever the fuck this thing is. What am I supposed to do with this? Wait. No, you know what? You know what? I know exactly where we're gonna go. Come on, follow me. We're gonna go on a little bit of a journey.
I can't believe Toon never decided to do this himself. Shitty movies like these. I don't even know why he bothered. You know what? I have the necessary tools. Let's have some fun, shall we? Stupid fucking movie. Nobody likes you. Hope you know that whoever came up with this as a magnum opus will never appreciate your greatness because this movie is shit. Come on, I know you're gonna break at some point. Oh look, it broke. Good. Just like the fans who liked this movie. You know what I have to say to that? Right in the trash. This has been your friendly neighborhood cartoons. Have a happy Single Awareness Day.
I'm not even gonna lie here, I've actually never had Mountain Dew Code Red before, and I've been sipping it throughout the entire time that I've been recording this, and it's actually pretty good, so the following review was sponsored by Code Red Mountain Dew for real. Go me.